Hi Stampers, welcome to February. Boy, I tell you what, time goes by before I can even think about it. But today I wanted to talk about, this is going to be one of our cards that's going to be available in 2 weeks at our March buffet. And did the happy birthday card, did it with the Honeycomb Happiness stamp set. So you wonder why it's called Honeycomb Happiness. It's because these little honeycomb embellishments are made to go with it. So they come in watermelon, like this. See, which you could put there on top of one of the ice cream cones. They also come in the mint macaron, which again could go on one of the ice cream cones. But one thing about putting that on the top, and I'll show you something else you can do in a minute, but if you do that, it makes it hard to go into the envelope. So I also like to sometimes put one on the inside, because then when the honeycomb opens, you see when it's closed, you don't have a problem mailing it, but you can put the honeycomb on the inside and then it opens, and then you could put your little, happy birthday here or whatever you wanted to do. So I stamped the ice cream cone a couple of times, and then I thought, you know what, I need a new happy birthday. And luckily, my paper pumpkin happened to come that day that I was working on this. And wouldn't you know, in here was a beautiful congratulations, a thinking of you, a hello sunshine, a thank you, and a happy birthday, which was what I wanted to use. So this, I just wanted to show you, was the actual paper pumpkin set that came for February. Whoops. But I was going to use just the words on this card that we're going to be doing. Okay, so since I'd already stamped the ice cream cones, I thought it would be cute to make the same card with the little chick here. So to use the chick, I thought that we would use the yellow. So I've got a saffron paper here. And then this is just some Whisper White. And then these two pieces, I don't know if you can see or not the light shining on it, but they've got little bitty embossed pieces on it, so that when I inked the color on here before, those little embossed pieces did not pick up the ink. So it gives you really a nice little pattern. The green has it too, it's just harder to see unless you're in person. So again, this green piece has those, if you can see them. You know what, maybe I'll turn on the light, might make it a little bit easier to see. Yeah, now you can kind of see the reflection off of those. Okay, but this time I'm going to stamp the little bird. And he is just adorable. Okay, and I'm going to stamp in soft suede because I'm also going to use that color then for my greeting. Just check to make sure this ink is working. Yes, it is. Move it out of the way. Boop. And then I'm just going to stamp my little bird right there in the middle. Okay. Then I'm going to also stamp from the Delightful Dozen. I'm going to use the Happy Easter, which is right here. And you'll notice when I stamp on this that has the little like embossed pieces, there are places that it does not pick up the ink. So you'd have to decide, like with my happy birthday, that's why it doesn't look solid, but I liked the look of it so much that I decided to use it after all. There we go. And you can see that picks up enough of the ink that it's not going to be a problem. Okay, so then how do I get the color on this? Of course, when you're coloring any of these, you could use your markers, you could use your watercolor, you could do whatever, but I really wanted to sponge some ink, so I made a mask. So as you can see, for the ice cream cone, I made the mask so I could just sponge the color, but not get any that comes outside of the lines. So I did the same thing with the bird. Let me just put this little mask on there. And that way I can sponge some ink, which doesn't give it like a solid look. It kind of gives it a or you can be lighter and darker. And I usually will go a little darker around the edges. And then I keep the masks just stored right there in my stamps. Oh, look at that. I got some yellow on the outside. Well, for the demonstration, just remember not to do that when you're making your card. Oops, I'll leave this open. So I also wanted to ink some color, remember, on my white piece here, because then we can see those little embossed dots. And I'll do some green. Sorry, the mint macaron. You can see the little dots coming up once you start putting the color on here. Okay, so then to put my card together, I would simply put the bird up here, minus the ink stains. Put my Happy Easter on here, and then put my other piece of mint macaron that's got the little dots in it. And you can see that makes a really cute little card. I would probably also sponge around the edges, either the mint macaron or the So Saffron, depending on what I wanted to do. Okay, so now, because we can use those little honeycombs with the chick, I'll show you, because they come in the watermelon and the mint macaron, and then they also come in white. So you can take the white ones, which I did, and fold them out in a box, and then I sprayed it with the So Saffron. It's still just a little bit damp. Okay, and I wanted to show you, I took oh, this one's not dry yet, but I just took the glue dots to spray it down, and now I can peel off the backing and put that right on the bird. And then that gives it, you can see just the cutest little texture to it. Now, if you wanted to mail this card, but of course you're going to have trouble fitting that in there, the easiest thing to do is just to take your stamp set, your Honeycomb Happiness, and just squish it. Okay, and in that way it's squished, it will go into the envelope, but it still gives you that really cute texture. So whether you use the honeycombs on the outside or to have a surprise when you open to the inside of the card, I hope that you'll try using these little honeycombs and coloring, maybe using a mask and your sponges, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.